Welcome back to the Cinema Tape Podcast. I'm Charlie Snarf, joined by.
Co-host Tyler Miller, and today we have the Christmas episode. Now we have a couple things we're gonna do. We're gonna start off by, sharing our favorite Christmas movies, our favorite Christmas episodes and probably TV shows, and then we'll do a game after that, and then we'll talk about our our weekly movie news that we have, and we have a lot to talk about. So, without further ado, let's start off with Christmas movies that we're gonna start off with some honorable mentions for myself, and then we'll do honorable mentions for him, and we're just gonna go back and forth. So a couple honorable mentions for me. Daddy's Home 2. That is a Christmas movie, and it's goated. I love that movie. I think that Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell always make those movies funny. They're like even though they're the stars, they're just and adding Mel Gibson and John Lithgow. That's great. And then probably a newer one. Uh, it's good. Uh, but I don't think a lot of people like it. It's called Family Switch. I liked it. Uh, it is 100% a Christmas movie. If you guys like saw it and you kind of forgot about it, it is 100% a Christmas movie. It starts off with Ed Helms and Jennifer Garner dancing as like candy canes. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's a good one. And then 8-Bit Christmas, also great. That's another one that I go back to yearly now once it came out. I think that Neil Patrick Harris does a great job in it, and it has the that one kid, I can't remember his name. Yeah, I'm not gonna pronounce that. But he was in a couple other movies. He was in Lyle Crocodile. I remember that movie. That movie was peak. And I'm not. That's not me saying that like Harold and Purple Crayon is peak. That movie was actually pretty good. And then just like two other shorts, Charlie Brown Christmas and How to Grinch Stole Christmas from the '60s. Those were pretty good. I watch Charlie Brown Christmas every Christmas with my family. You got any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I got a couple here. My first one will be Frosty the Snowman, the short one, or well, yeah, the original one. I think it's pretty. I mean, it's a nice little Christmas movie. I think it's pretty good. And then another honorable mention. Trying to think, Jingle All the Way will probably be. I don't know if that'll make my top 10. So right now I'll say that's an honorable mention because I'm still sorting out my list here. But that's a great one. Trying to think of any more. Bad Santa number two is an honorable mention. It's not top 10 worthy, but it's a good one. It's funny. An unhonorable mention, one that shouldn't be on here, is Harold and Kumar Christmas. First Harold and Kumar is great, but the Christmas one they did was terrible. Another one is well, let me see. Go to your number 10 because I'm still sorting mine out here.
All right, that sounds good. My number 10 is the Jim Carrey How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, I used to like not like this movie for a while, but this movie has aged perfectly, in my personal opinion. I think that what really brought it back was millennials. They kind of they gave this movie a chance, and now everybody loves it. Even though there are some weird moments, I will admit, but I think it's still funny. Jim Carrey gives out as one of his best performances. Uh, but I mean, like, I can't really say much about How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I mean, it's a great movie. Like, uh, I heard that Jim Carrey would do a sequel, but I don't know what that would be about because there's not really any material to do a sequel. You know, just I mean, like, I wouldn't hate a Jim Carrey How the Grinch Stole Christmas 2, but I just don't know what it would be about. I mean, I think the main reason Jim Carrey would do it is for money, and it would probably have to be animated because I don't think he's gonna want to go through all that makeup again. But yeah, that's my number 10. Solid Christmas movie. I think it's. I mean, I mean, around like I watched it for the first time back in like second grade. Didn't like it, and now I love it. All right, you got your number 10 now, or
Yeah, I'm good. All right, so for my number 10, I'm gonna have to go with. Well, let me see my honorable mentions, the ones I do have now. Christmas Chronicles, that's another honorable mention,
Ooh,
and Four Christmases and Fred Claus. Those are some three honorable mentions I can give you. I like.
I love Fred Claus so
Oh,
much.
it's good, but I like Four Christmases better, I think. It's so funny.
They're like neck and neck for
I,
me.
I don't know. And then number 10, I have Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, the second Home Alone. Good, just not as good as the first one in my opinion, but a still great movie. The best scene is probably that's a tough one. I like the toy store when he's looking around and stuff. And then obviously when he's uh how do I put this? Injuring the Marv and Harry, that's a great scene, of course. But that would be my number 10. So,
Mm. My number 9 Christmas movie is Christmas Chronicles. I love that movie so much. I think Kurt Russell does a great job portraying Santa Claus. Uh, Overall, that cast is pretty good. Like they that's not even like a like usually Netflix doesn't like they make okay movies, but Christmas Chronicles. I remember watching that for the first time ever, and it has the same girl, like the same actress from a movie called Benji, which made me cry so much when I was little. Because it was a dog movie. Yeah,
mhm.
I can't do dog movies. Yeah, if I see a dog in the poster or it's in the movie, I'm 90% worried. But overall, Christmas Chronicles is great. Has a great story and it's severely underrated. I feel like nobody really talks about Christmas Chronicles. And I watch it every year. I
Rewatched it
don't
today.
I don't watch Christmas Chronicles 2 though. That one is not good. I think that the main problem is that they introduced some random character out of nowhere, and like the brother was not the brother was in it for like 5 minutes, and that's what made the first one so good with the brother and sister dynamic. That's my number 9. But if they ever did make a Christmas Chronicles 3, I feel like they should learn from their mistakes from 2 and give the brother a bigger role because he was one of the best characters from the first one.
Okay. So my number 9 is going to be Elf. It's a great Christmas movie, but I think it is overrated. It is not that good. I
That
mean, it's
hurts.
great, but it's not the best of all time.
That stings.
It's not even top 5 in my opinion.
Oh,
It's number 9. It was pretty close with Home Alone 2. It could have been number 10.
don't
Like
say
it's
that.
just it it's pretty close with Four Christmases and Home Alone 2. Actually, I have Home Alone 2 rated higher than Elf, so technically it is number 9. But I'll keep Elf at 9. Um, but it's good. It's funny. I watch it every year, but it's not my first choice. I kind of have it on in the background every Christmas. But I try to watch it once per Christmas season. So
My number 8 has to be Santa Claus 1 with what's his name?
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen. Tim Allen. Scott Calvin. Uh, Bernard.
Oh, Bernard's the best character.
Bernard's the best
Uh-huh.
character. Exactly. I think that entire cast they're all likable. There's not a single bad character in those movies. And then I used to. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was my number 1 Christmas movie at one point in my life, but Elf kind of just took that top spot. I mean, it's so good. The Santa Claus. Oh my goodness, I can't say enough good things about the Santa Claus. I think that people hate on that franchise so much, and they shouldn't. It's so freaking good. Uh, and there's another one of these movies higher up on my list that I feel like people are not gonna like because
I know which one you're talking about.
I still think it's the best one. But I do have one complaint with it, but yeah. But overall, Santa Claus is a great movie. I've been watching it since I was basically born. So yeah, number 8 for you now.
My number 8 is also the Santa Claus, the first one. It's
Mm.
the only Santa Claus on my list. The first one is the best one of the three. I feel like. I know you disagree, um, but I do have that also at 8. I think it's a great lighthearted film. I think it's funny, but still has the Christmas spirit in it. I guess would say, and Bernard is definitely the best character. Overall, great film. I did see a video that was saying that the whole Santa falling off the roof was actually staged because throughout the movie, very beginning of the movie, you can see the elves are watching Tim Allen and the whole time at the beginning of the movie in the
I've
background and everything.
I've never heard that.
I know I never even noticed, but like there's elves that walk by him and all sorts of stuff at the very beginning of the movie before he becomes Santa Claus, and it is said that they were like making sure he was the right one to become Santa Claus, so that Santa Claus falling off his roof was actually staged. So.
I might need to
I know.
watch it now so I can
Yeah.
just see
It
that.
was I was shocked by it, but then I was like, well, now I'm gonna have to rewatch and see because I mean, if that's true, that changes it a little bit because that makes it a lot weird. Because then why would they be killing off Santa Claus for Tim Allen's? I don't know.
Hmm.
Just kind of makes you think why they killed him off. But I don't know. I agree. It's definitely number 8. Very good movie.
before I go to my number 7, I just want to talk about how the Santa Claus TV show. Have you watched that?
I started it. I don't know if I ever finished it. It wasn't
See,
great though.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's not better than like it's not better than the movies, but like it's okay. There's funny moments, but I feel like that most of it is just. Like, I didn't even watch season 2. Season 2 has Gabriel Iglesias in it.
Oh.
I did not even. I haven't seen season 2, but I watched season 1. It was okay. Uh, I mean, I wouldn't rewatch it. I mean, eventually I will, but like, it's not like something I would go back to over and over. But my number 7 is Home Alone 2, and I honestly, I could argue Home Alone 2 is better than Home Alone 1 because you can't. They're basically. I know they're basically the same movie, but I just feel like Home Alone 2 does it so like. I don't think that Home Alone 2 is better than Home Alone, but I just like that Tim Curry's in it. I like that they're what was his name? Shoot. Who was the guy in the toy store? What was his name?
Oh.
Hold on. I'm gonna get it for you. Hold up. Mr. Duncan. Mr. Duncan. One of the best characters in the Homeland franchise. He was so good. And I think that it's just so good. I love how like they go more broad with new because like, he's in New York now. It's not like he's not just at his home. He's like he's in a more bigger place and Rob Schneider's in it. I think that he's great. I thought the Angels Angels with Filthier Souls, the movie the fake movie that everyone believed was a real movie for a while. I thought that was funnier in this one. But other than that, like I think everyone can agree that Home Alone 2 is a great movie. But I mean, I don't understand if people like think this movie's like bad because I mean if you they're basically saying that like the first one's bad because they're basically the same movie. But yeah, that's my number 7. Yeah, I got now number 6 is gonna be controversial because I know not a lot of people agree with this.
So my next three I think will all be controversial.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we'll start with number seven, which I have is Die Hard, the
Die Hard.
original one. And then
Is Deck the Halls?
I'm gonna do what?
Is Deck the Halls on there?
It is. It's
I thought you
about
had Die Hard at a 9 or
I
a
did.
10.
Deck the Halls, I'm moving it up because I love Deck the
Oh,
Halls. But I'll go ahead and say my number six because it goes with my number seven is Die Hard 2. My number seven is Die Hard, and number two or number six is Die Hard 2 because they're the well number two is the second best of the franchise. Number one's the third best. Best one is the third one, which isn't a Christmas one, but it is the best Die Hard. Die Hard with a Vengeance. But I definitely think it's a Christmas movie. I don't care what anyone says. Especially the second one, I feel like is definitely more Christmassy in my opinion, which some people may disagree with. But the storyline's great. The characters are awesome. Um, I mean, you have oh, what's his name? Um, why am I blanking on his name? Shoot, the villain. Alan Rickman as the villain in that, which he's awesome as a villain. And then you have Al, Sergeant Powell. He's a great character. And then all the villains are just funny in both the first and the second one. And so I think it's overall two great movies, action movies for Christmas, definitely up there. But I say it's a Christmas movie. Let us know what you guys think if it's a Christmas movie or not. I've always classified them as one, but I don't know. People like to disagree with that.
Bruce Willis said himself that it is not a Christmas movie. It is a Bruce Willis movie.
Okay.
But my sixth is Santa Claus 3 because Jack Frost is awesome. I still I remember laughing to almost everything he said when I was little, and I just feel like that movie's more fun. I have two complaints with that movie though. First one, where's Bernard at?
Mm-hmm.
They made the head elf the guy from Cat in the Hat, even though he was in the second movie. But like, where did Bernard go? Come on, you can't do a Santa Claus movie without Bernard. Uh, but at least they kind of redeemed him because Bernard returned in the Santa Claus TV show. But you know, Santa Claus 3, I still really like it. But my other complaint is that the timeline doesn't make sense because in the Santa Claus one, Scott Calvin does not put on the coat until he gets to the first house.
Mm-hmm.
And in this one, he like when Santa Claus, well, when Scott Calvin and Jack Frost are fighting for the coat, uh, he puts it on top of his house, which doesn't make sense at all because he said now you're too late because as soon as you put on the coat, you turn into Santa and then like a whole different universe stuff like that. But it doesn't make any sense because he didn't put on that coat until the first house, so it would have made more sense if they waited. So yeah, I noticed that for the first time this year, and it's bothering me now, but it still doesn't like make me hate that movie at all because it's still great. Yeah, Santa Claus 3 and number 6. Now we're going to the top 5.
All right. So what was your number 7 again?
My number 7 was
Was that Home Alone 2?
yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right. So top 5. My number 5 would be. Let me get back to my list here. We're gonna do. Ooh, yeah. This one's also controversial. Forgot about this one. My number 5 would be Bad Santa.
Oh,
Now, yes, I know it's a foul mouth movie,
I'm
but
probably watching that tonight.
it is a great movie. It has Christmas spirit in it, that's for sure. It is hilarious. It's unique for the season. You don't usually see a movie like this during or for a Christmas movie per se. The characters are great, the acting's great, the quotes in it are great.
I keep quoting that one.
Yes,
3 foot,
the
3
one
foot.
third. I'm 3 foot tall. It's the best scene in the movie probably is when the what's his
Oh,
name?
don't spoil it. I'm watching it
I
tonight.
know I'm just when Tony Cox is yelling at the other guy. It's a great scene overall, but the whole movie is great. And the main kid in that is also the main kid in Unaccompanied Minors. He's the fat kid in Unaccompanied Minors.
Mm,
The main kid in Bad Santa is also the one of the main kids in Unaccompanied Minors. So that makes it even better because Unaccompanied Minors is well, it's up on the list. So that's up
not on my list.
that's coming up. Oh, it's such a good movie. No, not enough people know about Unaccompanied Minors, but yeah, Bad Santa at number 5.
All right, my number 5 is Muppets Christmas Carol.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I don't have that one on my list either.
Muppets Christmas Carol is great. I watch it every year. I think I've watched it twice this year actually because it's so good. I think that Gonzo and Rizzo the Rat
Oh,
like
two
tell
best.
yeah telling the story of um Christmas Carol but through the eyes of Muppets. It's really cool. What's his name? Alfred. Shoot, he plays what's his Michael Caine. Michael Caine.
Mhm.
That's his name. I thought he does a great job. The songs in it are great. Um, I have every Funko of the Christmas Carol, uh, Muppets
Mm.
one. I have them all down in my living room. Yeah, I've it's still like it's probably actually no, it's not the best one. I have another Christmas Carol movie in there, but in my top four, it's up there.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not Scrooged.
I know which one you're thinking of.
It's not Scrooged, even though Scrooged is
Let me
good.
guess, Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds.
We'll get to it later.
Yeah.
We'll get to it later.
Uh,
But yeah, I thought Muppets Christmas Carol is great. I think a lot of people can agree that it is a good Christmas movie. I think if you haven't seen it in a while, rewatch it because it tells a great story and it's really emotional in moments. Actually, like yeah, it has when it gets to its emotional scenes, you don't expect it, and it's like it gets you sometimes. But yeah, that's my number 5. Number 4, I think I got an idea what it could be.
so my number 4 is Home Alone,
Okay,
the
that was
first
that
Home Alone.
that was not in my.
I know that's not what you were thinking, but
Mm.
Home Alone is number 4. It honestly is pretty close to Bad Santa. I can't lie.
Oh,
I know Home
ah,
Alone is a classic, but it's just the when you watch it a lot, you start to get not tired of it, but it's still great, but it's not as good as it usually is. But it's still up there, so it deserves the number 4 spot for sure. Um, I do think it's better than the second one by far. I would say
oh, I would
honestly.
say by
Oh, I would
far.
say by far better than the second one, just because I don't know. I like the first one's just so iconic compared to the second one. But they're both good, so that's my number 4.
My number 4 has to be Spirited with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. It came out 2 years ago, and not a lot of people know about it, but it is basically a retelling of A Christmas Carol through the eyes of um like the ghosts of Christmas present, past, future, and basically they're trying to redeem Ryan Reynolds' character, who is like basically he's a business guy who doesn't believe people can change, and he tells his niece to do a bunch of things, and you get to see through his past. Some of the scenes are pretty emotional. Honestly, I wasn't expecting. I didn't cry, but like there's some emotional scenes. But yeah, I still think it's good. It's a musical, which I can understand why people won't watch it. But like yeah, Will Ferrell still has. I mean, like you've probably heard Will Ferrell sing this old school. There, what did he sing in old school?
No.
Oh no, I'm thinking.
Um, no. Snoop Dogg, because Snoop Dogg's at the party.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and then Ryan Reynolds, he honestly has a pretty good singing voice. Um, but the soundtrack is good. I usually watch it at least. I always get Apple TV around November just to watch it, and then we cancel it right after. But I think people should give Spirited a chance. I know it's musical. Not a lot of people like musicals. I mean, I'm iffy on musicals, but like there's some musicals that I like, and then most of them are like bad. Like like there
You
was
sure
that
like him a lot more than I do.
like Adam Sandler's Leo. Oh, okay.
That's a musical?
That's a musical.
I haven't even
I just
watched
want
that.
you to listen to like two of the songs in that. It's so bad. The children singing in it is awful, and Adam Sandler's voice is awful. And I like Adam Sandler songs. Oh my,
Hanukkah song is a good song.
yeah, it's a great song. Uh, but yeah, that's my number four. What's your number three, man?
I think we both know what three will be in my
Okay,
top three.
now I know what's gonna be the top three.
But my number three is Deck of the Halls.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great film. It is such a classic. It's the light show that when have you seen it?
No.
Never mind. But well, I mean it's not spoiled. The singing part where they're all singing, great scene. I mean that scene goes really goes really well with the movie. I think overall it's such a Christmas spirit movie. You definitely just have a Christmas feeling while watching it. So that one's always played on Christmas, and that one's a great one to watch. Especially if you like light shows and stuff like that. So and comedy because it's hilarious. But that's my number three, which you have to watch that. That and Bad Santa you need to watch soon before
I'm
Christmas.
watching Bad Santa tonight.
Okay, all right. Yeah, but Deck the Halls, you gotta watch Christmas Eve if you can. Watch that movie. It's a great movie.
Christmas Eve, I always watch. Oh, no.
SML Christmas
Yeah,
videos.
I before I go to bed, I binge watch the SML
I
Christmas
do that too.
episode. Ah, they're so good.
Hmm.
I love SML so much. We should talk about SML in an episode.
Yeah, have them on.
Yeah, get Logan 30 Acre and Lance Lavelle.
Lord Shredder.
Yeah.
That's his rap name.
All right. My number three is Home Alone. It's still a classic. My top three is kind of like the if you ask someone, this is probably what the top three is gonna be. But Home Alone still always gonna be a classic. Um, I think that it's just such a well made movie. Joe Pesci, all like as wait, I always get yeah, he's Harry. He's Harry. For some reason, I don't know why, I always get the two mixed up between Harry and Marv because I feel because I don't know. Okay, but yeah, he does a good job. So does the other guy. Is his name like Daniel Stern or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
I think it is Daniel Stern. Yep, it is. Everyone does a good job. Catherine O'Hara, I feel like she had a run back then when she had Beetlejuice, she had Home Alone, she had Home Alone 2, she had Nightmare Before Christmas. She was on a roll for those few years.
Which isn't a Christmas or
I say it's a Halloween movie.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, I know some people that consider it a Christmas movie, but I personally I don't believe it is a I don't think it's a Christmas movie. But Home Alone always great. I think Old Man Marley, the neighbor. I think he's one of the best characters. I feel like they always do good with the old actors. Like they always make them like have some sort of emotional story.
Mm-hmm.
I said emotional a lot. Jeez, why are these Christmas movies making me sad? But yeah, I do. I'd really like the scene where Kevin goes to the church and he
Mm-hmm.
finally gets the courage to talk to the old man, and he finds out that all those rumors are not true about him killing people on the block.
Or are they? I
I
mean,
don't think they are. I think he would have killed Kevin if that were to happen. But yeah, I mean, like, I think it just has like the family. It's so good, and they tried to recreate that in Home Alone 4. Oh, awful. Uh, Home Alone 5 is my second least favorite movie of all time because of how bad it was. Yeah, but either John Candy's in it.
mm,
You gotta love John Candy. May he rest in peace. He has some great movies.
gone way too soon. He would have been a
Yes,
great actor.
Spaceballs, Uncle Buck. I love Uncle Buck. Do you have that rated? You don't have that rated. Ooh.
I've seen it though. Been a
Great
while.
Great Outdoors. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Home Alone. I feel like everyone should have that at least in their top 10 somewhere.
I agree. All right. So, got a candy cane in my mouth. My bad.
Yeah.
So my what are we on number two already?
Yeah, number two.
Or yeah, all right. My number two is Unaccompanied Minors. We were talking about it
Mm,
earlier. Great Christmas movie. Underrated. Not enough people know about it. It really. I know I've seen Christmas Spirit 27 times, but it really has a Christmas spirit towards the end because that's what the whole movie's about. Is getting Christmas spirit to the airport, which is it's great
ooh,
because
Christmas Airport. Carry
what?
on.
Oh, okay. I don't think it's a Christmas movie. I don't care, even though they count
I
it as
okay.
like
I would not count it as a
they
Christmas
said it's
movie.
like one of the. They said it's the number one Christmas movie that came out this year, and I'm like, it's not a Christmas movie.
I could watch that during
It
April.
takes it okay. It's like Die Hard. It does take place on Christmas Eve, but it doesn't have any Christmas trees, any Christmas decoration, barely any Christmas music. It's not really Christmassy at all. It doesn't even feel like Christmas. It just happens to take place on Christmas Eve, but it's like Christmas Eve in California. I mean, there's nothing.
Yeah,
There's nothing. It's not really Christmassy in my opinion. It's too nice, and
but it's still a great
it
movie.
it's my yeah. To say Ricky Stenicki has finally been bumped down because Carry On is my second favorite film of the year,
I'm gonna
which I know.
I'm gonna finish that movie.
Oh yeah, you haven't finished it. Never mind. Well,
I got I
great
got
movie.
I gotta finish it.
I know. I have a feeling I know what your second one is because
Mm-hmm.
think it's the one I
It's gonna
have
be your number.
left.
It's gonna be your number
Uh
one.
huh.
Number two, Christmas Vacation. I used to not be able to watch that movie until I was like 9 years old because of all the language in it. But cousin Eddie, he's always been my favorite character. Uh, I think it's just really funny. The whole movie is funny. Yeah, like Clark Griswold and his family. That's why I will never watch the other vacation movies because I just
Oh, see, the first vacation is great. The very first vacation is good. And then there's Vegas and European. European's okay, but Vegas isn't great.
see like I just can't because I'm used to like the PG-13 humor that they have. Well, 80s PG-13
Mm-hmm.
humor. Now that would be probably rated
It would
R.
be R. I'm trying to think. Depends on how many times he used the F word.
No, he said it once.
Then it would have, yeah, it would have been PG still.
But my favorite scene and one of my favorite Christmas scenes of all time is when he's going Christmas shopping and he's like, "Oh, are you looking for something?" And then he's like,
Would it be the
"I'm
season to be
not." Would be the Christmas seasons if the stores went less hotter
hotter
than
than
they
they
are.
are? Tis the
Tis,
season to be married.
well, that's my name.
Oh shit. That's the
Uh,
best line.
but one of my favorite lines in that moment is, "Oh, you do have your jacket on." It's like, "Oh yes, it's very nipply out. I mean nippy. Why I say nipple?"
Nipple. um
That's a great. And can't see the line, can you, Russ? Nope.
nope.
And yeah, everything about Christmas Vacation is great. I
Hmm.
think that mostly, I think everyone has that as at least in their top five. Because if they don't, that's
Then there's
crazy.
something wrong with them,
Yeah,
honestly.
that something's wrong in their head, like cousin Eddie.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Metal plate.
metal plate in the head, and
Every
I
time
think
the microwave goes out, he pees
forget.
himself.
Yep, he's gonna pee himself as soon as the microwave goes on.
Mm.
But yeah, number two, Christmas Vacation.
I bet you can guess already. My number one is
Christmas
Christmas
Vacation.
Vacation. The characters are great. The story's great. It's always been every Christmas, my entire life, on Christmas Day. It was always the first movie put on the TV. It's a tradition. We watch it every Christmas, probably more than once. I think I put it on once or twice, or two or three
I'm
times on
forced to
Christmas.
watch A Christmas
Christmas
Story.
Story is a horrible movie. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
It's not good. I don't know how people like it. It's so boring and it's not even
There's
good.
no story.
Exactly. It's all over the place. But Christmas Vacation, some of the best quotes of all time, some of the funniest scenes of all time. Eddie, Eddie, Eddie. He's
Hmm.
it's just the whole thing, especially Eddie. He's a goofball, but when we leave next month and he spits out his drink, and it's just a great story overall, great humor. Some of it's dry humor, but it's great dry humor. So a great movie. That's my number one of all time.
My number one of all time is Elf. I think a lot of people can agree on that, but a lot of people in our friend group does not like. They don't like Elf as much as I do. I think that Elf is just it's just too good. Like every single scene is funny. I can quote that movie like by heart. I feel like put on Elf. You're gonna be annoyed because I can say every single line.
And
Uh,
he will say every single line.
I probably will. I mean, put on Revenge of the Sith. I'll say every line. Uh, I think that one of the best scenes in like there's it's kind of hard to rank the scenes in that movie because they're all great. But one of my personal favorites off the top of my head was when with Miles Finch. I didn't know you had elves working here. And then he's an angry elf. Everything about it is perfect in my opinion. Still, it's hold on, where is it in my all time rankings? Oh, it's nearly in the top 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Just 21, right
Oh.
there. Mm. Yeah, I've watched that movie ever since I was like birth, like kind of like Muppets Christmas Carol. But yeah, that's all for top 10
Well,
Christmas movie. But we have to
hold
talk
on.
about. Hmm?
We asked them what they thought, our friend group, what they thought their favorite Christmas movies were. So we have a
Oh,
couple.
we did do that.
Yeah. So here I got the list right here. We had 8 of our friends answer what their favorite Christmas movie were, and the most voted was Christmas Vacation with 4 votes. Go figure. Great one. Home Alone was second with 2 votes, and then I'll save that one. The Jim Carrey Grinch has 1 vote, which I mean, it's good.
I think I know who picked this
Yeah,
next one.
and then the other one's interesting. Jackson. Violent Night, the one with David
David
Harbour,
Harbour.
yeah, as Santa, and he just goes around killing naughty people or whatever. I don't remember exactly what the story was.
Yes,
I've seen it
it's
once, I
it's
think,
like
but
basically the like, this family gets kidnapped and they're for like money and it's
and Santa goes after them.
no Santa goes after the like the people that kidnapped them.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. But but that's so. Let us know if you agree or disagree with Violent Night being the best Christmas movie of all time, because I think there's gonna be like maybe 2 out of
It's because you
the
didn't get
7 billion people in the world that would agree.
yeah the three people in the world
Yeah.
that are like
Um.
getting excited right
Yeah,
now.
but let us know what you guys think your number one Christmas movie is in the comments. I say we take a break from movies real quick, and I say we do each other's gifts real quick because we did get each other
Oh
some
yeah.
gifts. If you want to go grab them, bring them over. Is the Christmas season, so we got each other a Christmas gift here. I'm gonna guess both of them are movie related. Not sure. I have a feeling they're both movie related, so it goes well with the podcast. So since I already have the mic, you can go ahead and just open yours. So
All right,
go
let's open
ahead.
mine first.
Unwrap it, unwrap. Oh, you got yourself a blank picture frame.
Ooh, a blank
I
one.
know.
Oh,
And he's seen what it is.
let's
What'd
go.
you get?
Got myself an Avengers Endgame movie poster. Thank you very much, man.
Your second favorite movie of all time?
Yep, second
And
favorite
you already
movie.
got Revenge, so how to go with
Yep.
the next one? It was that or La La Land, and I couldn't bring myself to do it, so.
See, I had a feeling it was a movie poster when I saw it. It was the same height as the Crow
As
poster
the
over the.
Yeah, maybe I should have put them right next to each other. Uh,
Yeah, and I knew if it would not be La La Land. You can
I can't bring myself to do it.
can't pay any money for La La
Now I have
Land.
a feeling I know what this is by the shape of it.
What we talking about?
Perfectly squared rectangle shape. Oh, it's in a box.
What's in the
What's in the
box?
box? Maybe it's not what I think. Mm, okay, hold on. Let me get a knife and carefully open this bad boy. Um,
All right, we're good.
I had one on the table. Hold on.
Oh, that's so cool.
You can put it in your room or buy your revenge poster.
Mm-hmm.
Or buy the Megan Fox one, you know.
Yeah, it's probably going right next to the Megan Fox one in the bar. All right.
Alright, let's see. Oop, 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 oop.
Oh, he's struggling.
Oh,
At least this.
hmm. Bottom of the box looks interesting. Looks like something I've seen before. Oh, no way. That's sick. I didn't
Yep.
even know they had. I don't even remember them making these.
Mm-hmm.
I got a Clerks 3 Funko Pop, and it is Randall. So, oh, look. They have Silent Bob, Randall, Jay, Dante, and Elias. But it's like normal Elias, which is weird because in Clerks 3
He's
he's not
emo.
he's not normal. Even it must be at the very beginning of the movie, but even then he wasn't really he doesn't have any like Christ related things on and I don't know, but that is very cool and he has the quick stop jersey on and everything. Thank you, my friend.
All right.
I know. That's awesome. I'll go trying to think of maybe I'll put that on the sheet the shelf down here or I may have that one separate from my other Funkos just because it's unique. But
I thought they would have one for Clerks 2. They just had Clerks 3.
I know, because I remember looking for Clerks 2 before Clerks 3 was out when I first watched Clerks 2, and I couldn't find any, so I didn't know they made some for Clerks 3, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So what are we gonna talk about now?
Let's talk about TV show Christmas
Ooh.
episodes.
Well, you mind
That's
if I go ahead and start us off?
sure.
I'll start off with a classic to some people. I like it. Which is the Mr. Hanky Christmas special, which is one of the
South
very
Park.
first South Park. Well, actually, the one of the very first South Park things, which it may have been the very first South Park thing, is a Christmas short where they did like a animation of Santa and Jesus together, and it was actually before any the show was out. It was like a standalone episode thing that they did, which I need to rewatch because I think I watched it once a long time ago. But Mr. Hanky's Christmas special and Mr. Hanky, all of Mr. Hanky's songs and all that. It's funny, it's good. I definitely think it's worth giving a watch if you like Goofy. I mean, it's goofy, but it's still good. Um, but that'd be there's my first show I can think of. Are you still looking for more?
Okay, I got one.
You got one? Okay.
Lab Rats. 'Twas the mission before Christmas. Great. I usually try to at least watch those episodes. There's two Christmas episodes in Lab Rats, which is my favorite childhood show of all time. It's that, and then there's Merry Glitchmas. And if you don't know what Lab Rats is, I explained it in a earlier, the first episode actually. But it's about um, a kid who comes to his stepdad's house with his mom, and he's like a really rich guy. And then he goes around, he's searching the house, and he actually finds a elevator that takes him down like all the way to a secret lab where he has three bionic teenagers, all they're getting ready for missions. It's such a great show. I try to at least watch it once a year. But it, Mary Glitchman's is also good, but "Twas the Mission Before Christmas" is my favorite because Principal Perry, one of my favorite characters, is she's basically just crashing at the Dooleys and the Davenport's house, and then while Chase, Adam, and Bree, they're all trying to have their first Christmas for real this time, but they can't because there's a whole mission where I can't remember what it was about. Like it was something in like a secret facility in the frozen tundra, something like that.
Mm.
But yeah, that's a great episode. You're gonna have to give me a second because that's all the Christmas episodes
Mm-mm.
I got right now.
Well, that's fine. I got another one. I think I can think of a few more. My next one is going to be Superstore season 3 episode 7 Christmas Eve. It takes place on Christmas Eve. It's the second best holiday episode I think. The first one being Black Friday. Nothing beats that episode. But this Superstore episode's great because they're trying to convince their coworker Mateo that Christmas is good. So they decorate the whole store. At the very end of the episode, you see the whole store lit up in Christmas lights, and it's just funny because there's a mall Santa, but it's inside of a grocery store like Kroger. So it's just kind of weird how they have one there, but it's still good. And then they're all playing drinking games and stuff as workers. And then there's a reindeer going through the store, because it's one of those carol like the people with the money bucket outside. So this one
Hmm.
had a reindeer that got inside and just walking around. But I think that's a great Christmas episode. I'm trying to think of another Christmas episode from a TV show. There's quite a few. Most TV shows have one Christmas episode. Um, See, I would say like Gravity Falls, but they just have an extra Halloween episode in the summer, which is funny. But yeah, I'm trying to now. I can tell you some Christmas episodes I like to watch. They're small episodes. They're about 12 to 15 minutes long, and they're it's called SML. Um, which you'll hear us mention SML here and there. It's this guy that's on YouTube that's been doing uh I don't know how to puppets or I don't know where the charger is at. I Yeah, I don't know where the actual phone charger went. I don't have iPhone, so I don't usually keep one on me. But yeah, it's you'll hear us mention them. They're guys that have done puppets for a long time, and they're just kind of dirty, humorous. It kind of like oh, what's it? Happy Time Murders. If you've seen Happy Time Murders, it's kind they're kind of like that. But their original Christmas ones back from like 2015, 2016 are really funny. The newer stuff isn't as great. Well, actually, the newer one was pretty good, but they've been sued and they've had all sorts of problems, which is why they had to stop making such they had to make their videos more kid friendly per se. But yeah, I'm trying to think of any more Christmas episodes I can think of to show. That is hard because I see them all the time, but then it's just hard to remember which ones had one because it just depends. Like I think Riverdale had one,
Oh, I didn't watch
maybe.
Riverdale.
I know Lost didn't have. Walking Dead had the one episode that was snowing and it kind of felt Christmassy, but
I wouldn't say it's a Christmas episode.
Well, I think they did say something about Christmas, like they were gonna like celebrate it or something. I don't remember, but have you thought of another one?
No, I can't think of
Well, I
anything.
thought of a Christmas thing.
What?
Star Wars Holiday Special.
Uh,
Oh my goodness, that's a great Christmas movie per se. That should have been my number one. I take back everything. No, but yeah, I don't. Other than that, I can't think of. Superstore is the only one I can actually think of. I bet. I mean, I think Henry Danger had one, and Game Shankers may have had one. Like smaller shows had one. Nickelodeon shows, pretty much all those had
oh,
an episode. Oh, you got one? Huh?
here we go. All right. The Flash season two. Hold on. It was in season two at Zoom. Hold up. 1 second. I can't. I remember this episode was the first episode where we found out who. We didn't find out who Zoom was. I'm pretty sure, but like Flash. What episode was it? It starts off with Harry Wells and
Oh, I thought of.
well, you thought of one?
I did.
Hold up, 1 second, one
Yeah.
second, 1 second.
Mm.
I gotta figure out what episode this was. Oh yeah, this was. Was this Running to Stand Still? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is it. Basically, the whole episode is uh these old villains breaking out of prison. There's what's his name? Oh shoot, Leonard Snart. He's such a good character. He plays the main character in Prison Break, and so in both characters in Prison Break play in The Flash. But like obviously they're not the same character. Mark Hamill is in it. He returns as the trickster. That whole episode's great. It really has a Christmassy vibe to it, and also season two of The Flash is the best season. Uh, if anyone disagrees on that, you know, uh, you need to go check your brain because that is peak cinema right there, and then it gets really bad. But what's the one you're thinking of?
Well, I thought of one, and then I went to IMDb, and they have quite a few listed. And then as I was reading, them, I was like, oh yeah, they do have one. First of all, The Office, they have a lot of Christmas episodes, and they're actually pretty funny too. They're really good.
I can't get past season one.
See, Office is great past season one and season two. Actually, I'm sorry. These Christmas ones were from the UK version, but then Classic Christmas from the or yeah, US Office was in season seven. I don't remember that one. I remember the earlier on Christmas one. Yeah, Christmas Party, season two, episode 10. I remember that one. But the best one is I don't remember which one it is, but it's when Dwight is standing on the roof and he goes, "Fear is the ultimate." Or it's something where Jim he builds a bunch of snowmans and Jim's paranoid that Dwight's hiding in one of them, so he starts kicking them and hitting them because they were having a big snowball fight. And he goes, "Snowball isn't the fear; it's fear itself," or something like that. But it's just like Batman, and he looks so cool, and it's just a funny scene. And then another show, Community, which I don't think you've seen that either. That's a funny show. It has Ken Jeong in it, and
Yeah.
it has
Guy from Spider Man.
Yes,
Don Glover.
Don Glover. Yes, he's a main character in it and he's funny. And then his best friend in that is also funny.
Chevy Chase
No,
is in
well
it.
he's in it. Yeah, he's in it. And then the chick from
He's not gonna be in the movie, I guarantee though.
There's a Community movie.
It's a community movie, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Danny Pudi, his name. Yeah, he's Abed. And then I always forget her last or her first name, but Nicole Brown.
Yvette.
Yeah, Yvette is that how you pronounce it? And
I
then
think so.
Allison Breeze and
She was in Yvette Nicole Brown. She was in that one show. It was a basketball show. Uncle Jesse from
she
um.
was also in Avengers Endgame.
Oh yeah, I remember. She was. I know the exact scene though. She was in this. She was in the elevator with Captain America when they went back to the '70s to get the Tesseract.
Apparently, she was in the episode of Walking Dead too.
Okay, then I don't remember that one.
No, 2022 as a Commonwealth soldier. I would have never been able to tell you. I'd have to find out exactly what episode and look for her. She was also in Muppets Haunted Mansion, the 50-minute special,
See,
as
that one was
the
okay.
driver. I need to
See,
watch that because I love the Haunted Mansion, so I need to watch that one. I don't think I've seen it.
Will Arnett's in it, and
Oh, I love Will Arnett. He's great.
third best Batman right there.
He's up there. I would definitely put him. He may be at second for me.
It's Robert Pattinson for me.
Mm-mm.
See, here's the thing. Robert
One,
Pattinson,
he has one movie so far, so I cannot put him that high
but
up.
it was that good though. You have to.
No,
And
his
then Christian,
his Bruce Wayne was such an emo though. Why did they make his Bruce Wayne like an emo boy? And you know that's true. He's
well,
supposed to be a playboy millionaire, and he
okay.
was emo.
I will admit Christian Bale is the better Bruce Wayne, but Robert Pattinson is the better Batman. And then followed by Will Arnett, Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton's my favorite, I'd say. I like Michael Keaton. That's what I liked about the new Flash movie was Michael Keaton returning.
Yeah, but then he's kind of gross in the opening
Well,
scene with the
yeah,
spaghetti.
yeah, that's true. But there's that one, and then there was another one I saw too, another Christmas one. A lot of South Park. South Park has made a lot of good Christmas ones. Friends, they had a pretty funny Christmas one, but
I don't
they're
like
more known
Friends.
for their. I know, but I've seen a lot of the episodes, but not in a row. And then they're very known for their Thanksgiving episode where he dresses up as an armadillo and stuff. Let me think here. There's one episode of Ted was a Christmas episode.
Ted Lasso.
No, Ted, the like Ted 1, Ted 2, the teddy bear, the Ted show.
Oh, I've heard.
Did you ever watch the Ted show?
No.
It was all right. I mean, it was kind of funny, but those are all the ones I could think of. I think so. I don't know any recent. I mean, I can't think of any recent Christmas movie news per se.
Well,
Terrifier 3 is coming back to
yeah, the
theater.
24th. Still
Uh-huh.
won't go streaming. Well, we have to play that game. Remember we said in the beginning.
Oh yeah, we'll play a couple rounds of this game. So what we're gonna do is one of us is gonna choose a Christmas movie, and then the other person's gonna guess the critic and audience, and they have to be within 10% to win.
Yeah.
Of both though, you have to be within 10% of
Ooh,
both to get the point.
okay.
All right.
Let's,
So,
let's
or we
start.
can just have guess for. Yeah, I'll start. I'll pick one out for you. Let me see if I can get a. I want to get a stumper here. I want to see if I can trick you with one. Um,
So, because critics really hate Christmas movies.
they do. What is the What is okay? I remember it.
And it has to have a critic and
Yeah,
audience. It
we'll
can't.
check.
It can't have just like a
Yeah, we'll
like two
check.
ratings and they don't count it.
So, Candy Cane Lane with
Oh,
Eddie Murphy.
I did not like that.
Really, I thought it was kind of funny. I did like that one. So I liked how there was the little ramekin people or whatever, where they're mid like well not
Oh yeah, Nick
they're
Offerman's
tiny.
Nick
Yeah,
Offerman was one of them. Okay, I'm gonna say 35% critic, 47% audience.
you were within 2% for audience. They're at 45. You were
Okay.
at 11% for critic
Oh,
because critic is at 46.
oh come on, give me the point.
Yeah, you can have the point, or we won't even keep track points. We'll just do a couple
Okay.
rounds of this for fun. But yeah, so you were pretty close. So go ahead and it's my turn. I got to think about what I want to do next, as long as you don't choose it.
All right, hold up.
Ooh, I got a good idea.
All right, let's start off with.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm trying to think of some Christmas movies we got here. Ooh, Guardians Holiday Special.
Forgot about that. Um,
That's honestly good. I really like that.
mhm.
So,
I
not as good as the movies, but still good.
I'm gonna say critics probably gave it a 72, and the audience gave it an 85.
You were four off with you were only away from audience because they had an 81 for the
Mm.
audience, but you were way off on the critic.
Did the critics like it? Like love it?
94.
Dang, a lot more than I thought they would like it. Okay.
94%. Only only four people gave it a rotten score.
Hmm.
Wow.
All right. My next one is Frosty the Snowman, the 1969 22-minute special.
I feel like they're gonna go. It's gonna be like high. It's gonna be. I'm gonna say like 93, and audience is gonna be like 86.
You were 20 off for critic. They're at 73.
73.
And then audience is also at a 73.
Huh.
I know, both 70. I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, both at 73.
All right. Let's see here. All right. Ooh, Dear Santa. Let's try that one out.
Oh gosh. It's gonna be critics gave it a 45, audience gave it a for some reason I feel like the audience may be like a 50.
All right, you were more closer on the audience. Audience gave it a 42, critics a 24.
Wow, I really hated it. I mean, understandably, it was terrible, but
I wouldn't say it's terrible. It's just the ending
the
was.
ending, it was good. It was funny until the ending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unaccompanied minors. Oh, also, if you're at home, listening at home, play along with us. See if you can get close. But unaccompanied minors.
70% critic,
Okay.
65 audience.
You're close with the audience-ish. 12 off. They're at 53 for audience, which hurts me. But the critic hurts me more with a 30%.
Oh,
And
wow.
I mean, come on, it's not that bad. It's you, even though you don't think it's that good, it's
I
not a
I
30%
gave it
worthy.
a 3.5.
Yeah,
It's solid Christmas movie, but I don't think it's
okay.
that
Yeah,
good.
I don't think it's a 30%. That's for sure. But
Let's see any more Christmas movies I can find that would be difficult. A lot of these are. Hold on. I'm just scrolling here. Why does Trolls 3 have a 92 audience? I'm just scrolling through Rotten Tomatoes and I just see 92% Trolls 3. Um, hmm, it's kind of tough. I'm gonna. Oh, actually, I got an idea. I got a good idea. All
I
right.
think I know what idea you're having.
Mm-hmm. All right. Deck the halls.
Oh, not where I thought you were going with it. I thought you were gonna say holiday special.
I don't think
I
it actually has any.
do not think critic and audience has it that high. I think I actually saw it the other day and it was in the 40s. I think I'm gonna go 47 critic and 48 audience.
6% critic, 30% audience.
Six,
Christmas with the Cranks is 5.
and Deck the Halls is a six.
Mm-hmm.
Critics, what is going on? Really, a six? Come on.
Wait, all right. Only hold on. 5 people gave it a fresh rating. 5 people. 80 other people gave it rotten.
No way. Okay, I got one for you. So not the Christmas Carol episode, but it's a very merry Muppet Christmas movie from 2002.
Oh yeah, I know that one. That's with Oprah Winfrey. Pretty sure. Um,
Whoopi Goldberg is in it.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
Why did I get those
And
two?
William H. Macy and David Arquette. I need to rewatch this because cast is pretty stacked.
Yeah, they made a couple of those movies. I'm gonna say 67 critic, 78 audience.
83 critic, 51 audience. I know.
51.
Yeah.
It's Muppets. What does the audience have against Muppets?
Yeah, I don't know.
Fred Claus.
Hmm. Say the critic gave it a 68. Audience gave it a 55.
20 to 45. 20,
Gosh.
20 critic, 45
I guess you
audience.
were right. They do really hate Christmas movies. Some Grinches over here. All right. Here, well, I got one for you. I'm gonna keep the theme going, and I'm gonna hit you with
Four
four
Christmas.
Christmases. Yep.
Okay, I feel like it's gonna be really low. 27 27 critic, 55 audience.
You were pretty close. 25 critic
Oh,
and 47 audience. So you were pretty close. That was, yeah. I don't
oh,
know. Good movies rated horribly.
mm,
I just thought of one that we didn't mention because it's kind of a Christmas movie. It is, but it isn't at the same time. If you watch it, you'll know what I mean. But it's what I'm going to ask you next. And it probably was on my top 10 Christmas movies. I can't believe I forgot it.
all right, okay. So, what else are there for Christmas movies? Ooh, all right, here we go. Wait, hold on. I actually want to see if this has a rating before I say it. Hold on. I feel like we have a trend going on here, but oh yeah. Wait, does it? Hold on. No, it doesn't. I was gonna do National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2 with Randy Quaid. These are tough to pick because there's a lot of Christmas movies that are like for some reason are rated highly, and some are just ranked really low. Like Christmas with the Cranks. That should not be a 5%. That is some. Ah, I hate that. Why? Um, Klaus from 2019.
I haven't actually seen it. Um,
J.K. Simmons, Jason Schwartzman, animated.
I'm going to go with. I think it was like 85 and 85.
95, 96.
Wow, so I was 10 off kind of for both, yeah. Um I heard it's really good. I just haven't got to it and I feel like the critics would have liked something like that. So,
Mm-mm.
this one is I know you haven't seen it unless you've watched it at my house. I don't think so. Why him? It has
Oh,
James
is that?
Franco,
Oh yeah, is that with the
Bryan Cranston,
and the girl from Zombieland 2 that's like
I
has
bel
that has that voice? Hold
I
on,
believe so.
Zoe Dutch. That's her name.
Yeah. And then Griffin Gluck and then Keegan Michael Key
Griffin Gluck's in it.
and Adam Devine. Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this
And
movie. Griffin Gluck is my goat. Oh my goodness.
and Steve Aoki, and it's produced by Sean Levy, Ben Stiller, Jonah Hill, and Dan Levine.
I think this movie's probably gonna be a 5 out of 5 for me.
It is for me. It's a hilarious movie. It's great. I love it. But go ahead.
Okay, I feel like with that stacked of a cast, they're not gonna like it because they prefer anything else. I'm gonna say 33 Rotten Tomatoes, and then audience, I'm gonna go with 66.
40 audience, 51. Or no, sorry, 40 critic, 51 audience. But
Mm.
it's a 5 out of 5 for me. I love it, and it is a
Do you have
Christmas
it
movie.
rated at 5 out of 5?
I do.
Oh,
I would almost bet on it. I believe.
all right. Give me $10 if it is not.
Now wait a minute. I don't think.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, 4.5. It's at a 4.5.
No, it's not.
I
No,
just
it's
saw you.
not. No, no,
I
no,
just saw you
no.
change it. I just saw you change it.
What?
I
No.
just saw you change it. All right.
Maybe it is a 4.5. Oh, and Kiss is in it.
Oh, Kiss is in it.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
it's a great movie. But yeah, there you go.
Bad Santa. What's it got?
There's no way the critics liked it.
You don't think
Um,
it's like it?
I don't, unless they did, but I'd be shocked. But it does have a good heartfelt meaning message to it. So I'm gonna go 67 critic, and I'm gonna give it like an 85, 90 audience.
78 critic, 75 audience.
It's a great movie. Now, what about the second one? Search up the second one. I'm gonna go ahead and try to guess that one.
All right, Bad Santa 2.
I'm gonna go 50 critic, and I'm gonna do like 45 audience.
Hold up, Rotten Tomatoes is not working. Say that again.
40 critic, 55 audience.
23 critic, 34 audience.
Yeah, it wasn't as good compared to the first one. It's still good, but it's not as good as the first one.
Kathy Bates is in it.
Uh-huh.
Huh. And she looks really old in this picture.
She dresses up older, but she's not.
Huh.
I thought that too, but I don't know. We just hit the 1 hour mark for this Christmas episode, our
You want,
holiday special. Oh no, I was trying to think of holiday special. Great film. But you want to go ahead and call it for the Christmas episode, unless you got any more good ones to ask?
we gotta do our movie news, you know this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Superman trailer. What were your thoughts on it?
I don't know. I didn't think it was
I
great,
can't wait.
honestly.
I can't wait.
I didn't think it was great. You liked it, you loved it. I wasn't too intrigued or pulled in by it. They introduced a lot of characters for the first movie.
Well, it's because they're already established characters. They James Gunn confirmed that there are already heroes in this universe. They're not going to be like introduced like, uh,
I know, but still, I don't know. It's just for a Superman Salem film having that many, but nor whatever. Green Lantern, he just
what is with
looks
that haircut?
goofy.
What is with that haircut?
It's
I
he
will
looks
admit, but
goofy.
it's Guy Gardner. It's not Hal Jordan or
Ryan
John Stewart.
Reynolds.
It's
Oh, oh, I see. You're talking about the actual character.
yeah. So it's not
Yeah.
the Hal Jordan Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern.
Still, I don't know. I wasn't too excited. I've never been the biggest fan of Superman, though. Honestly, I've always been more of a Batman guy, but it just didn't look too overly great to me. But it is James Gunn, and I love James Gunn. I think James Gunn is great. So let's see if he can do something good with the new universe.
Creature Commandos is out, and that's like the first kind of part to the DC universe. I'm gonna watch it. It's animated. They're doing a lot of animated movies and shows. My goodness.
But they kind of did the Minecraft movie as an animated movie.
Yeah, because they don't want to do Minecraft animated. But honestly, I'm pretty excited to watch Creature Commandos. I've heard it's pretty good. It has like a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. Um, I mean, James Gunn has been cooking with every single thing. Like, you need to rewatch the Suicide Squad. Give it another
The
chance.
second one.
Oh, hold on. One uno minutos. I was just trying to scroll off Rotten Tomatoes. Carry On has an 86 but a 56 audience.
Really? It was
It
good.
was good.
And you haven't even finished it, and you said it's probably a 4.5 or 5 out of 5. So
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Look at that.
there's no way. It
There's
was so
no
good.
shot.
It was so
You're
good.
telling me that people did not like this movie? What?
Wha-
This movie's great.
Oh man, it is great.
Uh,
Oh, I got a movie news for you. So we just got news that 28 years later is actually going to be a trilogy. So there will be 5 movies in the franchise now instead of I thought 28 years later was going to be just the third installment of that trilogy, but apparently itself is going to be a trilogy.
yeah, and then the
Which
next one comes out January 16th, 2025. Yeah, it's been confirmed.
wait, you mean 28 years?
The sequel to 28 Years Later is coming out January 16th, 2025. Or no, wait. 2026,
I was
2026.
like, what?
2026, my bad.
No wonder I was so confused. I was like, how does that work? The other one's not even out yet.
I meant, okay, the sequel to 28 Years Later comes out January 16th, 2026.
Okay, I see. So, okay, and when's the next one come out? June
Like,
or
yeah,
July?
around June or July.
Yeah. But the second one is gonna be called the Bone Temple or something like that. So,
Hmm.
if you've seen 20, do you care if I say something about it? It's not really. I mean,
I, I mean, I'll watch it eventually, but not
so
right
in
now.
28 years or weeks later, no, 28 days later, then 28 weeks
Weeks
later.
later.
Yes, yeah. They say that most of the zombies are like docile because they haven't eaten, so they don't really move or anything. And I don't remember how they started moving again or something. I think there was like I don't even remember. Honestly, I can't remember that one. I remember they were doing tests in the city and then it like overrun or something like that. But so I don't know how it's gonna be 28 years later and the zombies are gonna be working if after 28 weeks they just all like died out kind of is practically what happened because they didn't eat. These zombies actually die if they don't eat because I that's just how it works in this universe, which is that's one of my problems with it. It's very weird to me that they die when they're already dead or they don't die but they just stop working, I guess. I don't know. They just kind of lay there. It's like in the last season of Walking Dead when they're all laying there, but like they go into sleep mode and wake up. Except these ones that go into sleep mode, like I don't think they woke up. I don't remember. I have to rewatch it now because I will go see. I am curious to see where they go with the movie, knowing all this information. So, I'm excited to see. I'm honestly excited to see 28 years later. But I'm gonna have to rewatch the other two first.
Okay, so we got some other news. Anya Taylor-Joy is reportedly being eyed for a role in Spider-Man 4.
Hmm.
I think it'll be Black Cat, but it should be Sydney Sweeney. Please, Marvel. Please. Marvel, I beg you. I beg you. Please cast Sydney Sweeney.
Ooh, I thought of a good one.
What else? Ooh. Jared Leto is gonna be playing Skeletor in the Masters of the Universe live action movie made by Amazon.
Oh, nice.
I'm not excited for that because Jared Leto's in it now.
Oh, see, and I like Jared Leto.
I don't like Jared Leto at all. I think he's. Oh, a new Mummy movie is coming out. The guy that made Evil Dead Rise is directing, coming out April 17th, 2026. Uh, ooh,
Okay.
I got some.
Yeah. Anaconda,
Oh yeah,
we saw
I
the
sent
Jack
that to you.
Black and yeah, well I saw it and I was gonna send it to you, but I was in class, so I couldn't listen to it, and I was like, I'll send it to him after I listen to it, and then you sent it to me. I was like, oh, alrighty then. But yeah, Anaconda, I think it's just a reboot of the old Anaconda.
Hmm.
So I'm hoping Ice Cube is in it because he was in the first Anaconda, which was very good. Or well, not very good, I should say, but he was very good in it. The first Anaconda was it was good, but it wasn't nothing spectacular. It was kind of like a spoof horror movie, is kind of what it felt like.
My mom likes that movie.
Um,
My mom likes Anaconda.
I mean, it's good, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's great, but it is good. It's funny for sure because Ice Cube. But with Jack Black and Paul Rudd, that's those two together are really funny. So, I think it'll be good. So, I don't know. I'm excited for that.
Sonic 4 is in the works, coming out spring 2027. This came out. This news came out before Sonic 3 even came out. I'm very excited for that. Um, Supergirl starting to film January of 2025. Honestly, I'm excited for that. I want to see. I mean, I think Millie Alcock can do a pretty good job with the Supergirl role. I thought that even though Melissa Benoist, I don't know how to say her last name. Uh, she was in the CW Supergirl show. I thought she did a great job portraying Supergirl. I just hope that James Gunn can like pay the respect to the CW shows. Like if he does make a Flash movie, please don't be like the Ezra Miller Flash movie, and just just make Grant Gustin the make him Jay. Shoot, what's his name? Jay. Yeah, he make him Jay. In like one of the other universes, because that's what they did with the the original Flash from the '90s. They made him Jay. Like it was a Flash variant. So I'm really hoping that they just like have like some sort of small cameo for them. Uh, yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm only seeing Superman stuff. It looks
I'm
so
seeing all
good.
sorts of stuff.
It looks so good. Um, Ooh, the fight between Captain America and Red Hulk in Captain America: Brave New World contains more than 300 VFX shots. Oh,
Ooh,
jeez, that's gonna be. I'm just hoping that movie's good because I heard a rumor that it had reshoots because it was because like audience didn't like it, but I heard that was fake. So I'm worried about that. You got something?
I do. Uh, as of yesterday, which would have been December 20th, Stranger Things had wrapped up their filming. Stranger Things season 5 has the very last season. According to the Duffer Brothers, it is the end of the show, but it is not the end of the franchise or
Yeah.
the universe, I should say. It's just the end of their story. So I'm curious to see where they go with season 5, but where they go with the rest of the show because every season gets darker and darker. So I'm expecting a couple tears to come out of this new season. So I'm excited. I can't wait.
You barely cried at anything. So
I know. Well,
if they kill Steve or Dustin, they're gonna do one of them. I just
it's
know it.
gonna be it's gonna be. I think
They're gonna do
everyone thinks it's
Dustin.
gonna be Steve, so
They're
it's
gonna.
gonna be Dustin. I think they're gonna do a switcheroo on
Oh, they
us.
can't do that.
Um,
If they want me to
but
be in pain and depression,
I see they have like a perfect way of doing Steve is he sacrifices himself for Dustin, but it's
and
so obvious
it'd
that
be
they
him or
make
Nancy
Dustin.
because
Oh, Nancy, I don't care as much about
I
honestly.
like Nancy. I just
I
don't care
like her.
about Jonathan.
I
Jonathan
like
and Will, I honestly they can die.
yeah.
They could die, and I won't
Mrs.
even
Byers
care.
is great, but those two their characters are kind of bad.
Yeah,
They're
Mrs.
not good.
I like Winona Ryder's
Yeah,
Miss Byers, but like
I know, but I
have the abusive dad come back.
yeah. Oh, speaking of Christmas, the winter ball they have. I mean, it's not per se. It's not
I was
Christmas per
honest.
se,
Okay,
but
to be
it's
honest, I was actually
winter ball.
thinking about that, but that wasn't that was just a
It's not.
Christmas
It's
scene.
just a December dance is what it is. But
Yeah, and
yeah,
then
yeah, still. But I think Dustin or Steve is going, and
oh,
it's going
they
to be
better
sad.
not.
It is going to make a few tears come out
Oh
per
my
se. It
goodness.
is.
Please don't.
Yeah, that's
Just
horrible.
Duffer Brothers, if you don't want me to be in pain, don't do
Now
that.
I forgot how sad it was when I just finished rewatching season 4, and when Lucas is yelling to
I
call the cops,
I cried. I every
call the
time
cops, or call the ambulance or call help or whatever. Go get help or cut. I'm like, wow, that hurts to watch.
I
That's so
every
depressing.
single time I rewatched season 4 episode 9 of
Hmm.
Stranger Things, when we get to Lucas, like when Max is starting to like fade away, and then I literally start to cry because his acting in that scene is so
He's
good.
such a good actor in that scene. Actually, and the
And
scene.
when he screams Erica help, that hits me right there. That's where it gets me.
Yeah, that one. It just the pain in his voice sounded so
Oh
real
my goodness.
that it was so sad and depressing. It was really sad. And
I
if that
can't.
was sad, and that was Max out of all people, I
I
mean,
like
I
Max.
like her too, but is she Dustin and Steve level? No, I mean
No.
nowhere near Dustin and Steve level. They're on their whole other. Robin too, honestly.
Yeah, see, like
Robin has become one of my favorite characters, and Erica. Erica's such a great
yeah, see,
character.
that's why I like the season. I like season 3 a lot because it has
Hmm.
some of the best characters. And like every single time during season 4, when they switched to California, I'd be like booing the screen
It
because I
was
don't
pretty
care.
boring, yeah.
I don't care
The
about
scenes
Mike.
where Angelica was messing with Eleven, I'm like, okay.
It's like
I mean,
it's Angela.
it's
I can't do that.
oh, yeah, with the hand thing, nothing happens.
Uh,
It's fine. It's fine. When they started to run, like the scene with the two cops in the house,
oh, that was a
that
good. I like that scene
that
though.
scene, we'll definitely do a whole episode on Stranger
Stranger
Things, or
Things.
at least half an episode on Stranger Things, because we can talk for a while about that one, because it's great. But
Yep,
yeah,
especially when season 5 comes out. Like
oh
that
yeah.
is I will be watching that with uh
Oh yeah,
my
me too.
mom
I'll
and
be trying to
dad.
binge watch that. I'm gonna make sure my parents are ready to binge watch it as soon as they get home from work.
I will not be able to binge watch it with them because they are so busy all the time.
I know, which
Mm,
sucks. Ugh, I don't want any spoilers though. That's my big concern about
I will delete.
this season. I will delete all my
I will
apps.
delete all social
I will
media.
stop talking to anyone that watches the show before
Have you seen
I
the new
think.
Stranger Things?
No, no, yeah, no,
Just
no,
knock them
just run
out.
away. Yeah,
Knock them out.
punch them. No, yeah, that's all the movie news I can think of. You got more?
Yeah,
All right.
I got some more movie news. Yeah, so Nathan Fillion, who's playing Guy Gardner in the Superman movie, he is going to return for the Lanterns TV show, which I don't know if it's going to be animated or live action. I really hope it's live action because I would much prefer seeing that in live action. There is also going to be a Ghostbusters animated movie directed by the person that made Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. So,
Good movie. I like Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs.
more Superman stuff. It looks
Mm,
so
I
good.
got another one.
Yeah, Superman will be less. The runtime will be less than 2.5 hours, so at least it won't be a long movie. So, ooh, Wendell Pierce is gonna be playing Perry White. That's gonna be cool. More, it all it is just Superman. I can't wait. Ooh, here. Oh yeah. So here's some new movies that have been announced and like have been confirmed. Yeah. So January 16th, 28 years later, Bone Temple. January 16th, 2026. I mixed up the dates. My bad. Barbie 2 is happening.
I heard, yeah. Um, yeah, I heard, and I have no desire to see it.
Greta Gerwig is expected to return.
Who?
The director.
Oh, okay. Um, hmm. Speaking on Barbie, we got an A24 trailer for a new A24 movie called Death of a Unicorn.
How is that with Barbie?
A unicorn Barbie,
Oh,
yeah, whatever. I thought it kind of fit in. With Jenna Ortega, Paul Rudd, and Will
that looks
Poulter.
it looks weird, but I'll watch
It
it.
looks weird, but it also looks pretty good for an A24 film because there's
Mm-hmm.
not very many A24 movies I like. Now the newer one, Heretic or whatever, or
Heretic,
Heretic, yeah,
however you say it.
whatever. I don't know. I'm not good at English. But yes, it looks pretty good. So, but yeah, or that was pretty good. Sorry. And then Death of a Unicorn looks interesting, but I think with Paul Rudd's humor, it's gonna be good. And I know someone here's excited that Jenna Ortega's in it. Yeah, but yeah, I think it'll be pretty good.
A Clayface movie is happening. It's
What's
DC.
that?
Yep, September 11th, 2026. It's gonna be described as a horror tragedy. It's gonna be their version of The Fly.
Did you see the same TikTok I did?
What?
Especially animated
Uh,
face.
I might be looking at the
I
same
might
thing.
have got the
We
same
might look at
one.
the same one.
Oh, that's funny.
I follow the same exact guy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's where I get all my movie news.
Apparently, they talked about the boy band that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman won, and
I
then
thought we talked about it last episode.
yeah, I think, and then Black Panther 3 with Denzel Washington confirmed to be in it supposedly. But I went on IMDb and he's not on.
Well, he confirmed it himself on the
Oh,
Gladiator 2 um like interviews. Courtney Cox gonna return to Scream 7.
Courtney Cox is returning in Scream 7.
Yep, I sent that to you a while ago. Yeah.
I must
So
missed
at
it.
least
Or
yeah,
no, I did know that. Sorry, Sydney's who I'm thinking about.
yeah,
Um,
well she is coming back.
yeah.
Um yeah. I mean I think that's it, really. Hold on. Oh, no, that's not it. No, that's I thought I just saw Catherine Hahn is confirmed to play Mother Gothel on Disney Tangled, but no, she just wants to play her.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's about it.
Oh, Chad is coming back to Scream 7.
I
That,
did see that. Yep.
yeah, you sent that one to me. That one I did
If
see.
they bring back Mindy, then I think that it'll. I just
Out of all of
why
them, they're bringing back Chad, the one that should be
I think
dead.
Chad should be dead. Hold on. Let's
When he
just.
gets stabbed 22 times in the stomach,
This
I
was
mean,
literally him in that one scene in Scream 6,
you can't see, but he's stabbing himself a lot with a real knife.
and then
Like
yeah, real
I'm gonna
nice.
have to call the ambulance real quick. Hold on, guy. And then McKenna Grace is now in it. They just
She's gonna be
announced
the
that
killer. She's
recently.
gonna be the killer.
You think so?
It's so obvious because she's such a big actress now. She's gonna be the
I
killer.
actually think she's a pretty good actress too. I think she's pretty good. I liked her in Young Sheldon before she was kind of a bigger actress, and then now with Ghostbusters, she's way big of an actress. But and then Isabella May,
Oh,
um,
she was in Alexa and Katie.
she,
One of
she
my sister's favorite shows.
yes, she's Katie. I actually watched that show. I watched all of it with my mom. It's actually kind of funny. That's why. Plot is unknown for Scream 7. Go figure. 2026. It says it's going to be expected February 27th, 2026. So we have
Hmm.
a year in February from.
A year and 2 months.
Yeah, well, in February, I mean, it'll be a year till we get to see it, which is sad because of that franchise. But I don't know. Things could be good.
All right, so we have one more episode for this year, and then we're gonna go on to the 2025
One
year.
more episode.
Yeah, one more episode. It's gonna be our. We're gonna rank every movie we have ever seen.
We have two more episodes then. We have one. I have one to release after Christmas.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So
Wait, we have another one.
the one with Blake never got uploaded.
Oh,
I
oh
haven't
yeah,
uploaded that yet.
oh yeah. So it's gonna be this one, and then we have technically the one with our first co-host.
First guest.
First
Yeah.
guest. My bad. Uh, and then we'll have the final episode releasing around January 31st. We're gonna rank.
December
We're
31st.
gonna.
December 31st.
Oh my goodness. December 31st. It's gonna release, and we're gonna talk about our top 10 favorite movies of the year. We'll give some honorable mentions, and we're gonna do our awards, like what we think, what we would give each award. So we're gonna like best director, best movie, best actor, best actress, best side role. But yeah, that's about it. We've had a pretty long episode. This is our second longest episode so
Mm-hmm.
far. Thanks for tuning in. We have just check out our letterbox. We're Tyler M_08 and Charlie Snarf 1. I'm Tyler Miller.
And I'm Charlie Snarf. And I just want to say happy holidays and Merry Christmas to all you fans out there that do listen. We hope you have fun with your family, get some good gifts, eat some good food, hang out, spend some time with family, friends, all that good stuff. We hope you guys have a great time, great Christmas, all that good stuff. So thanks for watching and or listening, and we'll see you next time. Adios.